Hey humans, welcome to Read to Me, Matt Dunn. I'm Matt Dunn. I'm going to read to you. We are on the last chapter, chapter 24 of Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. This book has taught me a lot about people and their true motives, how people can make a mistake and still deny that they ever did anything wrong and try to fix it. So that's about it. Check, check, check. Check 1, 2. Here we go. Chapter 24, Part 1. Walton, in continuation. Walton in continuation. August 26th, 17. It's like a letter. Another letter. You have read this strange and terrific story, Margaret, and do you not feel your blood congealed with horror? This is the sailor dude from the beginning. Remember letters 1, 2, 3, and 4? The beginning before chapter 1? The letters of so-and-so. And these are, I think, his letters to his sister saying, hey, they're cousins and they married. What's the difference, sis? Right? This is what this guy is probably thinking. And his sister's like, I know, it's weird, right? But it's that time and, well, we only know 3 people. Who knows? You have read this strange and terrific story, Margaret, and do you not feel your blood congealed with horror like that which even now curdles mine? Sometimes, seized with sudden agony, he could not continue his tale. At others, his voice broken yet piercing, uttered with difficulty with the words so replete with agony. His fine and lovely eyes were now lighted with indignation, now subdued to downcast sorrow, and quenched in infinite wretchedness. Sometimes he commanded his countenance and tones and related the most horrible incidents with a tranquil voice, suppressing every mark of agitation. Then, like a volcano bursting forth, his face would suddenly change to an expression of the wildest rage as he shrieked out imprecations on his persecutor. His tale is connected and told with an appearance of the simplest truth. Yet I own to you that the letters of Felix and Safie, which he showed me, and the apparition of the monster seen from our ship brought to me a greater conviction of the truth of his narrative than his asseverations, however earnest and connected. See, I personally, if I was a writer, I wouldn't have made a character named the word Ernest and also used the word Ernest so many times in the book. It'd be like naming someone Countenance and saying, so their countenance, they're what? They're the child person? Or is it because it just, for me, I think that it's just so much easier to depict the two when they're not the same fucking word, right? Who's even know about Ernest? Ernest didn't die. Ernest is still alive. Who the fuck is taking care of Ernest? The father died. What happened to Ernest? Did I miss it? Did I read it? Did I say it and I wasn't listening? It happens. Sometimes my mouth just say words. My mouth say words. You listen, mouth. Such a monster has then really existed. I cannot doubt it. Yet I am lost in surprise and admiration. Sometimes I endeavor to gain from Frankenstein the particulars of his creature's information. But on this point, he was impenetrable. "Are you mad, my friend?" said he. "Or whither does your senseless curiosity lead you? Would you also create for yourself and the world a demoniacal enemy? Or to what do your questions tend? Peace, peace! Learn my miseries and do not seek to increase your own." You gotta be like hearing the gulps because the mic's right there. Is that disgusting? Or is it interesting? Or is it appealing? Refreshing? Does it sound quenching? Or does it sound weird? Do you wish for me to shut up? Frankenstein discovered that I made notes concerning his history. Oh. He asked to see them and then himself corrected and augmented them in many places, but principally in giving life and spirit to the conversations he held with his enemy. "Since you have preserved my narration," said he, "I would not that a mutilated one should go down to posterity." "Thus has a week passed, while I have listened to the strangest tale that ever imagination formed. My thoughts and every feeling of my soul have been drunk up by the interest for my guest, which his tale and his own elevated and gentle I forgot to turn that down. I was like, what's this music playing? I don't know if that's picked up. My mic probably picked it up. Probably. God damn it. Yeah, you got me. "Yet he enjoys one comfort. Yet can I... My thoughts... I wish to soothe him. Yet can I counsel one so infinitely miserable, so destitute of every hope of consolation to live? Oh no! The only joy that he can now know will be when he composes his shattered feelings to peace and death. Yet he enjoys one comfort, the offspring of solitude and delirium. He believes that, when in dreams, he holds converse with his friends and derives from the communion consolation of his miseries or excitements to his vengeance. They are not the creations of his fancy, but the real beings whom visit him from the region of a remote world. This faith gives a This face gives a salami to your mommy. This faith gives a solemnity to his reveries that renders them to me almost as imposing and interesting as truth. I cover my insecurities with weird voices because I can't read good. Our conversations are not always confined to his own history and misfortunes. On every point of general literature, he displays unbounded knowledge and a quick and piercing apprehension. His eloquence is His eloquence is forcible and touching, nor can I hear him when he relates a pathetic incident or endeavors to move the passions of pity or love without tears. What a glorious creature he must have been in the days of his prosperity, when he is thus noble and godlike in ruin. He seems to feel his own worth and the greatness of his fall. This guy is pretty cool, though. This guy is just too good for Victor. That's what it is. This guy's a nice guy, and he wants someone you can look up to and be good to, have an awesome friendship and compare and inspire, blah, blah, blah. But Victor is not the guy you want. Although, I'd be a good friend to know, I guess. A guy who can create the dead livings. When younger, said he, I felt, let me just do a Victor voice. When younger, he said, I felt as if I were destined for some great enterprise, like a starship or something. My feelings are profound, but I possessed a coolness of judgment, like a little bit of coolness that fitted me for illustrious achievements. Ooh. This sentiment of the worth of my nature supported me when others would have been oppressed. But I deemed it criminal to throw away in useless grief those talents that might be useful to my fellow creature. When I reflected on the work I had completed, no less a one than the creation of a sensitive, rational animal, I could not rank myself with the herd of common projectures, but this feeling which supported me in the commencement of my career now serves only to plunge me lower in the dust. The fucking dust, man. All my speculations and hopes are as nothing, and like the archangel who aspired to omnipotence, I am chained in an eternal hell. My imagination was vivid, yet my powers of analysis and application were intense. By the union of these qualities, I conceived the idea and executed the creation of a man. Even now I cannot recollect without passion my reveries while the work was incomplete. I trod heaven in my thoughts, now exulting in my powers, now burning in the idea of their effects. From my infancy I was imbued with high hopes and a lofty ambition. But how am I sunk? How am I sunk? Oh. Now this is the other guy, not Victor. Oh, my friend, if you had known me as I once was, you would not recognize me. Oh, it's still Victor. Sorry. My bad. Still Victor. Oh, my friend, if you had known me as I once was, you would not recognize me in this state of degradation. Despondency rarely visited my heart. A high destiny seemed to bear on me until I fell. Never again to rise. Oh, here I am comparing myself to gods and angels and demons. I am more than mortal because I have created life. Okay, I don't know if this is actual words he's saying, but no quotes. Must I then lose this? I think this is the letter now. Must I then lose this admirable being? I have longed for a friend. Yeah, this is the guy. I have sought one who would sympathize. Wow, with me, with and love. And me, and oh my God. I have sought one who would sympathize with me and love me. Behold, on these desert seas I have found such a one, but I fear I have gained him only to know his value and lose him. I would reconcile him to life, but he repulses the idea of being my friend. He repulses the idea. He doesn't want to be your friend. I thank you, Walton, he said, for your kind attentions toward, I guess his name's Walton, the sailor dude. You knew that, I know that, but you know what? I just didn't know it at the time. Walton, for your kind attention toward so miserable a wretch, but when you speak of new ties and fresh affections, think you that any can replace those who are gone? Can any man be to me as Clerval was, or any woman another Elizabeth? Even where the affections are not strongly moved by any superior excellence, the companions of our childhood always possess a certain power over our minds, which hardly any later friend can obtain. They know our infantine disposition, which, however they may be afterwards modified, are never eradicated, and they can judge of our actions with more certain conclusion as to the integrity of our motives. A sister or a brother can never, unless indeed such symptoms have been shown early, suspect the other of fraud or false dealing, when another friend, however strongly he may be attached, may, in spite of himself, be invaded with suspicion. But I enjoyed friends, dear, not only through habit and association, but from their own merits, and wherever I am, the soothing voice of my Elizabeth and the conversation of Clerval will be ever whispered in my ear. They are dead. And but one feeling in such a solitude can persuade me to preserve my life. If I were engaged in any high undertaking or design, fraught with extensive utility to my fellow creatures, then could I live to fulfill it? But such is not my destiny. I must pursue and destroy the being to whom I gave existence. Then my lot on earth will be fulfilled, and I may die. Woe, he's going to die. That is the end of part 1. Oh my. So, Hamilton, Harvard, what's his name? Hebrew. Hank. Did it start with an H? I'm not good with names. I have a bad memory. His name was Henry. Nope, that was the name of a kid, right? His name was... Oh, that was Clerval was Henry. That guy's name is... Let's call him Michigan. So Michigan is just finding out that he has found the right friend, and he can't win. There's no such thing as a good friendship with this guy. So yeah, I get it. He's gonna keep listening to his tale. Maybe he's like, I know that we can't be friends, but if I just stick around, maybe we can. And then I don't know. If that's his prerogative, and he wants to chill out and spend some time with him, and he wants to put time and effort into friendships like that, forcing your friendship on someone, it's like when a girl, okay, it's like not just a girl, okay, let's say you go to someone you like, you say, hey, I like you, but they don't like you. They're like, look, I get it, you're cool, you're pretty, I find you attractive and mentally and physically, blah, 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 but like, mentally, I belong to something else. And I have no room in my soul for anything else. But that's a lie. That is a lie. You just tell yourself so that you can avoid being friends with those people that you just lied to. You are a liar. You lie your whole life, Victor. You lied to yourself. You lied to the creature. You lied to your fucking family, and they were brutally murdered without knowing the truth. You're a bad person, Victor. Anyway, if you wish for me to keep reading, please check out some more of my videos. Give me a like to the thumbs ups, and subscribe button is over yonder. Please check that out. It'd be cool. And if you like, you can comment underneath this video, or other videos for that matter, because I think it's cool. And I'm sure you want to communicate via the YouTubes. And then, anyway, check you out tomorrow.